So the next couple things that talks about in your chapter is adding door tags, adding wall tags, and then adding room boundaries and tags as it goes through it. So it makes a note that for your commercial projects, your door numbers typically match the room number. So to do that, you really would want to put your room and your room tags in first before you do your door tags to make it easy. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start with adding the rooms in. Your wall tags, this is giving information on the wall type. So is it a fire rated wall? Is it an insulated wall, etc.? So this is a lot more information that goes into when you're doing a very detailed partition plan for a commercial set of drawings. So you can read through this in your book, but we're not going to put this into practice for what we're working on. We're just not going to dive that deeply into it. So what we're going to start with is adding room boundaries and tags. It gives you information so that if you ever get to an area where there is a room set but not a tag, how you can add to it. But typically when you create a room, it's going to go ahead and add a tag to it. So that's what we're going to focus on doing in Revit. So you can see I have some rooms that I've already done, but I deleted some so that I can show you how to do that. So on your architecture tab, you're going to come down to where it says room. And then you're going to just go inside the room that you want. And you can kind of see this, there's a light blue line that's showing you the boundaries to it. And as I move it around, it's showing me, it's got the dashed lines that are helping me line things up so everything is even. So I'm going to click this and it's going to set the room. Now, it sets it in the order that you place it. So this is saying 20, if you can see that. Let me zoom in, because the last room that I put in was room 19. All right, so typically you'll want to go in and put all your rooms in at the same time, but there are times when you have to make a change and have to redo it. So for Revit, you do have to go in and you will have to manually change the numbers on those rooms. So let me show you real quick. It's not hard to do. You're going to come in and you're going to click so that it highlights the number, and I'm just going to change it to 2 and hit enter. All right. This is saying I have a duplicate. I'm trying to see, but I don't think I have a 2. It's just pulling from what I have before. So I'm going to keep doing this. And again, it's giving me this warning because I had it before, but then I deleted it as I went through. So when you do it correctly the first time, you will not have this issue as you go through it. The other thing that you'll often encounter, and this is a good example right here of this is like an open break room area, and then we have a hallway. So we probably do not want this. If I come up to room and place it, it's including all of that area in the same space. And that's not typically how you want it. Typically, like, we're going to have different information for this break room than we will for the hallway. So the way that we can adjust that is by using a room separator. Revit, what I really appreciate is if you highlight over something, it's going to give you a definition of what it does as you go through it. So I'm going to come and I'm just going to pick a stopping point. So we're going to come down and choose it there. So now I can place a room here, and then I can place a room here that will cover the rest of the hallway. You could break the hallway up into more than one if you need to, but for what we're doing, it'll work just like that. So it has added it as 20 and 21. We're going to leave it like that. I think it should be fine. I don't see my 19, but that'll be okay. All right, so now it's broken up, this break area room and the other. The other thing you can do is you can change where it says room so that it doesn't just say room for everything. So for example, if this was a conference room, I can name it conference room. If this is an office, I can name it office. And I can go through and change each of these so that it is more descriptive as it goes through there. Okay, so you can make that so that it works as you need to. After you've done that, now we can go in and add the door tags, and we know what numbers to use as we go through that.